Become a member of MDN Live. For the low price of $5.99 per month, you will have access to all live broadcasts of Maroon Devil athletics. All proceeds from this subscription service will go directly towards Swain athletics to help offset the growing cost of providing multiple sporting opportunities for our student athletes. The monthly subscription is only $5.99 per month, giving members access to all live broadcasts within the month. This membership will have an option for automatic renewal, which can be canceled at any time. Our hope is that patrons will let their monthly subscriptions continue throughout the year, providing Swain High School athletics with a greatly needed source of funding year-round and give you access to all the great sports action throughout the year. So for less than the cost of a kid's meal at your favorite fast food joint, you'll be providing critical support to our student athletes each month while enjoying countless hours of Swain County Athletics Live. It's truly a win-win situation. Become a member today and do your part to help keep Swain County Athletics the best it can be.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of the players, coaches, and spectators can result in lifelong memories. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how your community will remember you. Respect, integrity, and responsibility are values important to our daily lives. In a game, these are translated into the word sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic athletes. The North Carolina High School Athletic Association views athletic participation as an extension of the classroom where valuable life lessons are taught and learned by student athletes. These lessons are best learned when respect is given to all participants: players, coaches, officials, administrators, and spectators. Sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
To the Maroon Devil Network, home of Maroon Devil Athletics. We're here at Swain County High School Memorial Stadium in Boys Beach Field as the Swain County High School Maroon Devils take on the Wildcats of Andrews. Commentating tonight's myself, Cody White, along with my dad and longtime coach, Coach Rod White, and we're excited, especially after last week coming off a big win. And Coach, what's one of the things that we expect to see out of the Maroon Machine tonight after they showed out against Mountain Heritage last week?
That's a good point you're making right there. The first thing we weren't expecting is this lightning delay. Okay, so folks, that's where you saw it on your screen. Lightning had been popping around here pretty regular, and it's cleared off now finally. But that's for safety purposes. Nobody was allowed into the stadium, and no players on the field until that lightning had cleared us, and it has now. But to your point, Cody, what we saw was an intensified effort, the absolute all-out effort by teammates. Looked like to me playing for each other as much as they were for the folks in the stands. Now, we all know the only reason you ever put that helmet on those pads is because of fans and your teammates. Mm-hmm. All of us got into this game either by peer pressure from knowing that this was the place you needed to be. You got out there and you learned the game. You got knocked around, beat up when you were younger, and then pretty soon you took to the game. And you know as well as I do, once that bug bites you, once you get out there and you get bit by that fan bug, the crowd cheering, the ups and downs of the game, and having to learn to deal with it and learning how to compete, it don't go away. It stays with you for a lifetime.
And I fully expect that the Maroon Devils will bring that, just watching them warm up. They've got the intensity. They have everything that they had last week going into the game, and they're going to bring it into this one. So I fully anticipate us being able to capitalize on a big win last week, bring it into this one, and do the same with the Andrews Wildcats.
Yeah, and Coach Hope made a point this week to tell his team, we won a big one. We won a big one Friday night, but that's over. We celebrated. It's done. Now here's what's laid out before us. This conference schedule now, and here we go. And it's going to be a dogfight right down to the bitter end. And we knocked off somebody that we weren't supposed to. Man, it's like you and I have talked before. That was always a feeling to me. If you couldn't win them all, get somebody out there that you're not supposed to beat and beat them. And when that happened, it seemed to make a team just gel and come together. And they look like they're playing for each other. They're putting pressure on each other to perform. And that's what's got to happen.
And with that big win last week, that moves Swain County High School into the 2A rankings at number 5, just below Christ the King. And I believe in the western part of the state, the third in the western part of the state. Not far behind us there is going to be Hayesville Yellow Jackets at number 7 and Murphy Bulldogs at number 10. So that did bump us up, even though it's a 2-2 record for the Maroon Devils. We're playing way up from our division there, and that they're taking that into account with our ranking there.
Well, the performance of these players just speaks to the heart and soul of the community here, and these young men know that. They know that people. I mean, the crowd here tonight is as big as it's been for any of our home games tonight. Andrews brought to what fans they could muster up over there. And on paper, we hold the advantage, but you know as well as I do, it's
Smoky Mountain Conference. Yes,
that's
it sure is.
And buddy, when the lights come on and that whistle blows, anything and everything is going to happen. So the important thing is we pick up right where we left off. Now, with the kicking game, offensively and defensively, and I know they worked extensively on the kicking game. I've mentioned it before on the air. I spent many sleepless nights. That's a bugaboo, boy. They'll reach up and bite you, and it has bitten us early in the season. Last week we improved it. I mean, we had our first field goal last week, and
a big one
that won the football game. And so here we go with that. Once that becomes a component, that third component, and not to take anything away from it, it's probably the most important to us now, because offensively and defensively we've been performing. not great. Times penalties have hurt us, but we start eliminating those. We're really moving the football on offense, and we're able to stop them when we need to on defense.
As we go out to the coin toss, the captains for tonight for the Maroon Devils are going to be number 16, Drew Cody, number 55, Drew Skaggs, number 10, Kobe Mashburn, and number 6, Zeke Glaspie. For the Wildcats, let's see if I got that right, number 9, Blake McClellan, number 15, Kelby Waldroop, number 54 is going to be Gabe Aguilar, and number 10, Will Phillips.
Yeah, this will be an interesting matchup simply because Andrews has been struggling. And we're coming off a big win. So you cannot have that after party drag to you. You've got to continue to put your foot to the floor, mash that pedal that much harder. Do not touch those brakes and just keep rolling as hard as you can roll. And that's what I'm anxious to see tonight. Let's see what we can muster up tonight in this first conference showdown.
Andrews has won the toss and is elected to receive as our captains run back to the field house and get ready to run through the tunnel. As we're reviewing some of the things here, we got some stats this week for you. We've been asking for them, and I guess with the new program huddle, it takes a little bit for them to get to us, but we do have some of our stats for you. In passing, we have Drew Cody, the primary quarterback. He's got 32 completions on 49 attempts for a total of 332 passing yards. For our running backs, the leader for us showed out last week tremendously. Zeke Glaspie, he's got 69 carries for 526 yards, 7.6 yards a carry. He's averaging 131 yards a game.
Yeah, and not far behind him is Drew with 45. Drew Cody with 45 carries and 219 yards. Those are important yards. That's your quarterback. You know, we're not running the option program as everybody was so used to here. You used to see that a lot when you had a quarterback running the option. Out of this pistol and gun set, these are quarterback plays that he's making either on his own or designed quarterback runs that you have to have. So Drew's doing double duty. He is a quarterback, but he is also a running back. And Zeke, I'm telling you what, he's a workhorse, and he's not big as a minute. And the young man throws everything he's got up in there, takes a beating every game, and just keeps on ticking.
Well, and that certainly shows with 526 yards over the last few games. I mean, he's absolutely putting in a tremendous amount of work.
Yeah, and let's not forget Caden Sawyer, who fills back up in there. He's at the other running back, and he steps up in there, and you never miss a beat. I mean, he's sitting there looking at 24 carries so far this year with 104 yards.
And 3 touchdowns.
So
he's obviously adding to it there.
You know, yeah, that's the whole program right there. Now these young men probably don't even know their stats, and that's what's great about it. I don't think it matters to them. You know, Drew's not looking at his passing yardage. Drew's looking at wins and losses.
That's right.
Same thing with Zeke. Same thing with these linemen up there. They're not looking at how many pancake blocks they get. Did they get them blocked? That's what they're working on right now. They're working on themselves.
And as someone that spent a lot of time in the backfield myself, I cannot not give enough credit to the big men up front because they're the ones that absolutely make the holes for you and make things a lot easier.
Well, it's won and lost as far as offense and defense is concerned in those trenches. Who wins that game? You know, you can take average backs sometimes and make them look great. But you can also, if they're not very good up there, a good back, he's going to take a beating.
John Stevenson back to kick off for the Maroon Devils with a deep kick. Good kick about at the 10-yard line. Andrew's going to return. That was a holding right there.
Better job this time of getting down the field, getting ourselves under control.
Yep.
And that's the important thing is gathering yourself and making that play. You ain't got to knock him out. You just got to get him.
Just get him and keep him on that side of the field and play field football. So the Andrews Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah. Now, we're going with the five-man front right here. This is fantastic. We're taking a linebacker. Now we're walking them around, moving them around, taking a defensive liner, making him a linebacker,
Good tackle.
Great open field tackle over there by Zeke, I believe it was, playing over there at the corner.
Gain of about 4 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 6. That's a great job by Zeke. Just keep the ball in front of you.
Yeah.
Run up, make the tackle. He didn't get any yards after the catch,
Nope.
and he goes down right there.
If you want to pass completed, it's in front of you like that. Now just make that tackle, and that's all there is to it.
So we're going to, looks like a 3-man front on defense.
Running with the wing back this time. Andrews is trying to run the veer, looking straight at the dive this time.
May have got a yard on that, bring up
All right.
3rd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Inside veer look, have a quarterback up under. They're running it with the wing back right now, and they'll end up using him as an extra blocker and running a whole lot of wing T stuff using him. Wing T meaning they'll put him in motion some, bring him over the top. He'll get the football too. There he is again, turned in out here outside the tight end. Fullback right behind the quarterback. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. Trying to pick up first down. I don't believe he's going to get out to about the 40.
Didn't get there, and for the folks at home that a little bit with the lingo, the wingback that we're referring to, if you look back there, is number 10, Will Phillips. He's the guy that's lined up right there. So when we're referring to a wingback, that's who we're talking about there. The running backs, the primary running backs, fullback and tailback, will be behind the quarterback in the backfield.
Yeah, and those defensive linemen up front, they're the ones that make that kind of thing happen. Trent Jones that time just closing that down to where that quarterback had just a small seam to jump up into.
So the Wildcats back to punt. They get the punt off. A decent punt. It's going to be fielded by Corey Stillwell.
Stillwell up the edge.
Yeah,
We got a flag on the players immediately.
They're going to call a block in the back.
Okay. Yeah. You got to gather yourself right there. You can't throw that block. He's being coached down there on the sidelines right now.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things that you kind of run into them because they padded their feet and you run into them. It's not really an intentional block in the back, but it's a penalty nonetheless.
No, his job was to try to get in front of him, and Ryan Leatherwood that time just didn't hardly make that circle big enough and ended up getting pretty much a block in the back, and that'll penalize us from the spot of the foul, I believe it is.
And that'll take the Maroon Devils back from the spot of the foul. Let's see, he's going to take his time. Everybody's in the way. Takes down to about the 12-yard line. So the Maroon Devils will take over 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. Expect to see a lot of the similar offense that we've been running for the last few games here.
They're still working on it, man. They're still trying to get it done. There's our H-back lined up right behind the tight end. Single back there, running a tall sweep. They made us at the line of scrimmage, but that's Zeke doing Zeke right there. He's going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage there. That's a hard 10-yard run that you didn't go anywhere. But
that's Zeke. That's just it's amazing how many first time he gets hit on that first lick, and he's strong. He's very powerful in his hips and his legs, and it's deceiving. And you're not going to arm tackle him up front very much.
No, you're not. And when we're talking about the H-back on offense, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be number 15, Connor. But now it's going to be Schuler, I believe. 25 Schuler's up there.
They trade off doing that. All right, this time Zeke up in on the zone play. That's inside zone play. And if you noticed right there, you saw Drew Cody carrying out that fake on out here on the edge. Now, that's the option look out of this thing. So right now, Coach Brookshire's down here on the sidelines, and he's going, okay, all right, you're going to take that away here in a minute. He won't do it right away, I don't think, but he'll give himself an opportunity. He's going to bring up 3rd, though, in about 7. So this is a very difficult situation. We got twins now here to the wide side. H back into the boundary. Direct snap. Fake it over the top.
There was nobody out here.
Nobody out here. Stillwell cracks right in between two defenders.
He's got some wheels. Let's see if he can
outrun
it. Oh, good stiff arm by Stillwell.
Stiff arm, and Stillwell in to
Touchdown.
score. That's it, baby. Good.
That was a great play call. That linebacker was walked up to take on the quarterback on the option.
He was.
And he just threw it right outside of him on a little bubble screen, and there he went.
There he was. Got to block the wide receiver, and I hate I missed who it was the wide receiver out here. Put his body on that corner and just stayed right there with him. Didn't hold him, just bellied up on him, and Stillwell did the rest.
So the point after attempt will be John Stevenson.
Yeah, one with the big field goal kick last week. We were -1 right here. Got to get them in the game. Got 2 coming in.
Yep, 2 coming in.
Yep.
All right, yeah, get everybody set.
Yep.
You got time. Kick is up, and it looks good from here.
Look good. A little wobbly, but it went straight through.
It don't matter how it looks as long as it goes through there.
Yeah, we don't care.
So great job by the Maroon Devils with 8:27 left to go in the first quarter. Maroon Devils are up 7-0 on the Andrews Wildcats. We'll return in just a moment, just before kickoff. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to take a moment to mention our sponsors. We got floor sponsors here. Field and floor sponsors is Farm Bureau, the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, High Creek Earthworks, and K&B Lawn Care. The Maroon level sponsors are Big Cove Grocery, Bojangles, Carolina Outfitters, Great Smoky Mountain Bait and Tackle, Kirkland Construction, Mark's Garage, Parch City, Samuel Everhart Realty, Smith Accounting, Wise Guys Grill, and Ward Plumbing. And ladies and gentlemen, those are the contributors that help us be able to do what we do.
Stevenson to kick off.
High
kick, a little shorter this time to one of the up men. Trying to run it up in the wedge. Great job out there putting the body on the body. Boy, I like that. We're getting control of our feet now. We're starting to gather our bodies, not taking a shot. Man, all you got to do is
run past him.
Don't run past him. Just put your pads on him, and it's a done deal. That's excellent. That makes me feel a whole lot better. Yeah.
So, Andrews Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line to the John Stevenson kick. Come back out in the offense that they've been in. We've got a 4-man front now, switching up defenses on them here and there.
Yep.
It's a good dive play, gain of about 3 on the play, bring up 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Number 15 for the Wildcats running the football there, and that is Kelby Waldrop, one of the captains.
And I want to mention something to the folks watching, and a lot of the fans here in the stands know this, and I know you know it, Cody. What we're looking for is that these defensive linemen of ours, those 4 big bodies you see up there, and these 2 linebackers are here in the middle, they're the ones you want making the tackles. These are the guys that have to make those plays. I think they got us jumping right there. We may have moved.
We jumped or they jumped. Yeah,
they moved first.
Dead ball them. Okay.
And that's the way it should be. It should be that if one of them offensive linemen moves, then all 4 of them should be moving because they go on movement. They don't go on the snap of the ball. They go on movement. So. But you want them making the plays. If your secondary is leading you in tackles, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless it's just somebody that throws the ball every down. But when you're playing against these running teams, you want those linebackers and defensive linemen controlling that line of scrimmage.
A little bit different look by Andrews Wildcats. We've got twins out here to the bottom of the screen.
There's their wing. Going to run a
bubble.
bubble.
Great job.
Over top. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
That's how you contain a quarterback.
That's Trent Jones here on the edge. Now, Trent's been a good player all along. He's coming into his own now about feeling his way through it and seeing his way through it. Got Drew on the other side. At that, in my vernacular, one of them's a tackle and one of them's a defensive end.
But they're both playing like defensive ends.
They play like defensive ends. But that's just kind of the way I look at it. And then on the inside, you got Brown and Smiley.
The big guys up front.
Yep. They're playing like 2 inside tackles or a nose man in a tackle. There you go.
That was false start.
Yeah, got another false start.
Just trying to move them back.
Going to move them back again.
That'll make it 3rd and about 28, I believe. So 3rd and 28 for the Andrews Wildcats. As the Maroon Devils are
now back into play. Clock starts, and
6 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Andrews running their play, getting their plays in from the sideline.
They're going to go 2 trips this time into the boundary.
Yep. Tight trips. Okay. All right, quarterback going to keep it, and that's how you do it. You defeat that blocker.
No, that's Noah. That's
Noah
Brown.
Noah Brown using his hands there to press that, using his hips and his hands, pressing that guard off of him, and then just sliding to make the play at or behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a great job for the Maroon Devils. Going to be 4 and out for the Wildcats, and they're going to be punting from their own end zone here. And we've got Glaspie and Stillwell back to receive. Both are very dangerous return men for the Maroon Devils. So this a clean catch and get what you can get upfield. With the punt, straight up in there, probably just get away from it. It's going to go out of bounds.
It's going to go out of bounds.
And Drew Cody caught it.
Yeah. He's a pretty good receiver, too.
Yeah, so Maroon Devils look like they will take over at the Andrews 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Maroon Devils with 5:31 left to go in the first quarter on the Andrews 32-yard line. Expect to see a lot of the same, and I know that Andrews will probably make that adjustment, not make that mistake again.
Yeah.
For leaving that open, but we've got 2 H-backs back there now and a single running back, Glaspie, behind the quarterback.
Running isolations.
Right,
that's a great design. See, that's new. That's new. We haven't seen that. Now, what they're doing is they're giving he has an option. Those 2 H-backs are running up in there to the linebacker level 2. They don't want to get stopped at that level 1, so they're trying to get up in those seams and get on those linebackers. He can choose either one that he wants to run behind right there. It's an isolation zone play.
There's a gain of about 6 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 or 4.
Putting both H-backs to the tight end side this time. Then we're going to run a quarterback sweep, kicking out. There's Zeke kicking that, kicking
him
the
out.
Corner out, and there goes
Drew touchdown.
Drew touchdown.
Great block by Zeke
out there
Glaspie there on the edge to just kind of push him out, and that's a student body sweep is basically
really
what that is
and,
by the
and
quarterback.
those interior linemen, all they're doing, they're all taking the same step, it's all reach blocks. And the backside is just releasing and trying to get upfield as far as they can and block anybody coming downhill out of that secondary.
And a reach block for those at home is just stepping around them and getting in their way, almost like a screen on at a basketball court. You're just stepping around, getting in the way. And John's kick went up and hit the right upright, and it is no good. So it'll be 13-0, Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We will return here just before kickoff. Back, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, it is 13-0, the Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. John Stevenson back to kick. He's had one long and one short. Let's see. Kind of a squib line drive off his hands, so now it's a live ball.
That's about the 10-yard line up to the 15. Going outside. There you go.
Yep.
Just keep that outside leverage.
And that's something they'll work on. Just make sure you don't close too fast on the outside there.
Yep. Ryan Leatherwood there making that shoestring tackle. He's got that contain on that side, and he knew he had better get him.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, starting from their own 20-yard line. Defense doing really good, keeping everybody up front, owning the line of scrimmage. I've not seen Andrews push us backwards any on the line of scrimmage at all. So good job for the front 4 men. It's Trent Jones, Aiden Smiley, Noah Brown, and Drew Skaggs. First 10 Andrews, a little bob on the stuff.
Sweet.
Oh, Cody got him. Or Schuler had him right there.
Schuler had him. He got to make it. There's that sophomore linebacker, but boy, he was in that alley. That's how you want to play it.
And I think he got there a little quick, and it surprised him how fast he was there.
Yeah, he was there before he was ready to tackle, and Skaggs comes up with the tackle over there. But that's what you want out of those linebackers when they see it that quick and that. Play it downhill. I know a lot of people don't know what that means. It means towards the football, going downhill towards it. Timeout, Andrews.
Timeout, Andrews, and we'll take a timeout with them with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Swain County 13, Andrews nothing. Welcome back, Maroon Devil fans. It is 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Swain County 13, Andrews Wildcats nothing. Second and about 15 on the Wildcat 15-yard line.
I'm hoping they run the football over here this time. I want to see Silas Stanberry right here at number 5. He dips inside. They go away from him. But the type of play that he's been playing here lately, he's starting to understand these alleys and these seams and exactly what he's got to do with his pads to defeat people and keep from being blocked. And that's what you're looking for. He's playing like a strong safety position, outside linebacker basically, and they're using him to the field right now. And there you see, he's looking for that tight end and that wing.
Yep.
There he is up on the line of scrimmage. I just like the way that they're scheming this now. There we go, out to the outside edge. That's what I'm talking about right there.
And tackled by Aiden Smiley.
He made that play as much as the guy who tackles him because he's in the perfect playing position. He's got that outside leverage, took the block on with the inside part of his body. And that's how you win that battle out there.
And if you're the outside man, the goal is to always turn them back inside.
Turn them back where you
that's where the people's at. Yeah.
That's right. That's where them linebackers' alleys are. That's where them defensive linemen are playing down the line of scrimmage, coming off those blocks. And you don't have to make the play. It's going to get made.
So 3 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter as Andrews is back to punt in their own end zone again.
About 4th and 20.
Glaspie and I think he got his hand on that one.
Got a piece of that.
That's touch. So somebody either pick it up or get away from it.
That's right. Yeah, and if you get a piece of it, that folks mean it's a free ball then. Not that the offense can recover it, but the defense can pick the ball up then, and even if you fumble it, you get the ball back. You know.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Maroon Devils on the Andrews 36-yard line.
36, yep. With 2:48 left to play in the first quarter. Going to run twins out here to the wide side now.
We've got Evan Ball, number 7, in as one of the wide receivers down here on the bottom.
Yeah, replacing Stillwell. Stanberry on the inside of the twin set. H back up with the tight end. Going to pass block.
He's going to throw it to Evan Ball. Here. It looks like a catch for about 4 yards there, so we'll bring up 2nd and about 6.
Yep, win first down. That's what we're trying to do right now. Coach Brookshire and Coach Holt, they decide they want to win, gain ground on first down, and that puts you in the driver's seat. Defensively, I always thought that was the most important down there was. It was first down, just trying to make a stop. That puts you defensively in the driver's seat then.
It does. It takes them off of their play calling.
That's why I blitz so much on first down. All right, here we go with H back up. It's the trap play, being led up through there by Schuler. Schuler throws a good downfield block, and there he goes.
Glaspie pushed him on, said, "Get on up the field."
Get on up there. I'm right behind you.
So touchdown, Zeke Glaspie. That will bring the score to 19-0 before the extra point attempt. With 2:05 left to go in the first quarter, the Maroon Devils lead 19-0 over the Andrews Wildcats.
Great trap block out here on the edge. I'm pretty sure that was Skaggs doing the kicking out of the defensive end and led up through there with the H-back with Schuler.
Ball's down and up. Looks
and it's
like
good.
It's good.
There we go.
I heard a whistle blow. I didn't know if it's premature or not. So
I didn't either.
That will bring the score to 20-0. The Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 2:05 left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break, and we will return just before kickoff. Welcome back, Maroon Devil fans, as Swain County gets ready to kick off. John Stevenson kicking off. He kicked one deep. Good kick down to about the 11-yard line. Is recovering.
Control. There you go.
Great job.
That's exactly what's supposed to be done. That's excellent. That's excellent kickoff coverage right there. And, folks, if you noticed, did you see 3 of our players gathering their bodies, getting under control, just fighting off blockers with their hands and their pads, but keeping them shoulders squared up. And like we say, you ain't got to knock him out of his shoes. Just get him.
Yeah, just get in front of him and get him down.
Get him. That's it.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Andrews Wildcats, starting on their own 26-yard line. We've been dominant on defense so far, being able to keep them up and holding them to not even one first down.
Yep.
It's been 4 and out for every series for the Andrews Wildcats.
Yep. You see the interior there of Smiley and Brown, 2 big inside tackles. And you can watch those offensive linemen try to get them blocked out here on the edge. Stanberry missed him there.
It's all right.
A little bit too far across the line of scrimmage, but he realizes that.
And that's what you want to see out of your cornerbacks there, because you're the cornerback for, and when I say not quarter, but cornerback, Leatherwood there replaces Stanberry as he comes upfield. Then he comes in behind him, and he's the man replacing him, making sure nobody goes outside. And when it's in the short side of the field like that, you've got the 12th man on the field. A lot of people don't utilize much, and that's the sideline. He can only go so far.
That's right. Once they start into that boundary, use it. All right, and here we got the wide side, got that wing back in motion. Out the backside, linebacker blitz off the edge. He loses contain. That's one thing we cannot have happen. We gotta make that play back here. He knows it. He knows it.
It's easy done. You get your head inside, you see it right there, and you just got to make sure that no matter what, turn him back inside.
That's right. And the worst thing on blitzes is when you blitz like that is 2 trains passing in the night. That's basically what happened. There's a point there where you gather yourself, just like you do on the kickoff coverage, and you just get under control. You're already past the line of scrimmage, so get under control. And there again, you ain't got to just knock him down, knock him out of his shoes, but you got to get to him and wrap him up. All right, H-back with the wide receiver, or the wing back with the wide receiver this time.
Be 3rd and 4, the dive.
Straight up. Driven
straight
back.
in the hole.
Yep.
So that will bring up 4th down for the Andrews Wildcats, 4th and 5.
Yeah. What they tried to do is go to the boundary, and then right up the middle, and it just didn't pay off. It's a little difficult to move those guys out of the middle there. They're taking those blocks on, and they're using those offensive linemen as defenders. They're using their feet and their backs and their rear ends as make that back go somewhere he don't want to go.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. Swain County leads the Andrews Wildcats 20-0. At the end of the first quarter, we'll take a break, and we'll come back just before the first snap of the second quarter.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away, and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. We want to thank those that are new members to the Maroon Devil Network. Your contributions help us be able to continue to do this Friday night after Friday night, as well as the volleyball and softball games and all the Swain County High School athletics that we're able to cover here on the Maroon Devil Network. So we certainly appreciate your support. Blocked.
You can pick it up and run it. He's just going to recover it right there.
That's fine. Mr. Jones, is it?
Yeah, Trent Jones came in there. He's been coming pretty clean every time, and he's almost got it a time or two previous if you've been watching. This time he just elevated, went up, and batted it down.
A lot of people say, pick that ball up and run it, but boy, Trent was like, nope, I'm going to get on this football.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything crazy. He'd like to have scored, but that's not it. He's out there to block that punt and recover it. That's exactly his job.
That's a teammate move right there.
It is.
Get on the football and let's start on offense.
Yeah, we'll let these scat backs and we'll let Zeke and Drew and all the rest of them back here do their thing.
Do their running around.
Yeah.
So. 1st and 10 for the Maroon Devils on the Wildcat 16-yard line.
Got the H-back in there behind the tight end, Lossy. That's Schuler out into the flat. Going to throw up over the middle.
I think he fell down there in the end zone. That was Evan Ball. So he had two options there. He had number 81, Lossy, or number 7, Evan Ball in the end zone there, and just landed right in between them.
It did, and Stanberry was coming across the back of the end zone, and it looked forevermore he might be able to get to it, but he wasn't able to.
So it'll bring up 2nd down for the Maroon Devils. 11:50 left to go in the first half. Swain County 20, Wildcats nothing.
H-back again into the boundary with the tight end.
The H-back is number 25 there, Schuler.
Zeke on the counter. There's the lead play scored on earlier, and there it is again, and it's the same result.
Glassby.
Yeah. It's the same play we scored on in the first quarter down here, folks. Just pull that tackle, and that H-back's right behind him to lead up in the hole. Schuler went up in, and Zeke just follows him up in, and that's what it looks like.
So as you see on your screen, that's 26-0 before the extra point attempt.
Still going for the 1, not trying to attempt the 2.
Working on our kicking game.
You got to work on it, man. Got to keep them blocked.
Up and in.
Drive it up through. The more he kicks it, the more confidence he gets, and the better he gets. Yes, sir. So, I'm really, really impressed with this whole kicking game situation right now.
And how we've come on in the last 3 games.
You could tell they've worked on it.
Absolutely, coming forward. So that's 27-0. The Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 11:46 left to play in the first half. We'll take a break and come back here just before kickoff. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Swain County gets set to kick off. John Stevenson kicking off. It is 27-0 here in the first half with 11:46 left to play in the second quarter. John's had a number of kicks in a number of different locations and getting a lot better at putting his foot on the ball. And
driving it downfield. There we go. Down
taken by number 10.
Under control, coming from behind this
backside,
time.
There we go. Good job on the backside closing there by number 9, Christian Jumper.
Christian Jumper just running him down from behind.
Running him down.
That's great. That's good to see.
So
this kicking game thing, I'm telling you, we're finally, it bit us so bad in those first 2 games of the season, and it's gradually come on. They worked on it, and you can see the improvement starting to happen.
So with that, the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line.
All right, going to give them a 3-front look this time, this series of downs. Going to the 3-front, going to the 2 with the 2 outside linebackers, 2 inside backers, blitzing both inside backers into the backfield.
Great job. He got back to the line of scrimmage. A host of Maroon Devils over there on the tackle. Got Trent Jones and Noah Brown and looks like Lambert. There was a bunch of maroon hats, and that's what we like to see.
That's it.
Converge on the football.
When you have to look and try to pick out numbers, and you got that many maroon hats, that's what you're shooting for. Is gang tackling, everybody getting themselves to the football from anywhere on the field.
2nd and 11 for the Wildcats.
Staying with the three front. Now walking the outside backer up to the tight end side.
Oh, fumble.
Snap.
Picked it up and
Skaggs misses it back there. Oh, that's how you come and tackle. Let's see.
That's number 10, Kobe Mashburn.
Kobe Mashburn coming and putting the mash on it. Now I'm telling you, that's getting down. That's playing downhill.
That's playing
folks.
downhill right there. So that is a new free safety in for the Maroon Devils. That is Kobe Mashburn, sophomore.
He's a sophomore. Boy, that wasn't a sophomore tackle, but that was an excellent tackle. That was that's what you expect to see from a junior or senior player. That's excellent.
Looks like the head man blew the whistle there. He needed to talk to some folks, but he's going to blow it back into play. He just had to take a quick moment and speak to the other officials. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the
Staying with
Wildcats.
the 3 down lineman. Outside backer, number 5. There he comes. Stanberry off the edge.
Oh,
he got to him. Wrapped him up.
Oh.
Kept that leverage, folks.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, gathering yourself once you got there. He was on a blitz coming off that edge, and he got control of his feet. Was able to move sideways as fast as he was moving forward. And that's the way that works.
Bring up 4th down for the Wildcats, punting out of their own end zone again. We've tipped one and blocked one, so I expect to see some of the similar response here.
Going with a different group out there. As far as we had our field defense, we kept our field defense on the field for the last one. Now we're putting in a squad that is their job right here is to try to return this punt.
It's going to be timeout for the Wildcats. We'll stay here with the timeout of the Wildcats and take a moment to bring up some of the athletic events that we have coming up next week. We have on Monday the 22nd, we have soccer at Hayesville at 4 o'clock. On Tuesday the 23rd, volleyball at Cherokee. JV starts at 5 and varsity starts at 6. On the 24th, Wednesday, soccer, Highlands. That's going to be at home at 6 o'clock. The 25th, Thursday, JV football at Cherokee. Volleyball, Rosman home. Again, JV starts at 5 and varsity starts at 6. And then Friday, we're open on Friday, so that's good. Before we play Robbinsville, we have an open date on Friday, and then we'll Saturday 27th we have cross country. It's a Bulldog Open at Murphy beginning at 9:30 a.m. So make sure you can, if you can't tune in, go and join and support the Maroon Devils in any of those athletic events that we have coming up next week. Wildcat back to punt. Going to be a flag on the field. Probably too many men on the field, I'd imagine. Let's see what the head man has to call on this. He's talking about the long snapper.
He false snapped that ball is what he did. That means he moved. He flinched with that football and then he snapped it. So
that'll back him up even more.
That'll happen sometimes when you get that center gets a little anxious about snapping. You know, you can see the difference right there. We got faster people on the field. As you can see, this is a return team. We're going to try to set up a return right here. And if that young man gets the punt downfield, we'll still put pressure on him. We're going after him again from these outside edges. But you can see right there, all they're doing is holding up, waiting, and then letting these guys back here make a decision about whether they want to handle it or not. We decide not to. Smart move. It was a low line drive kick. Don't try to do anything supersonic right there. Just make it. Just take the ball where you get it.
And we take it over at the 46-yard line of Andrews Wildcats.
And there again, we all night long we've been almost getting the football on the one we didn't block even, the one that on their side of the field. You know, so we're getting to play on their side of the 50 more than on our side. So this is what we're looking for. Is winning this kicking game and then winning it on offense and defense.
So 1st and 10 for the Maroon Devils on the 46-yard line. If you're just joining us, it's 27-0 Maroon Devils with 9:56 left to go in the half.
H back into the boundary with the tight end. H back in motion. It's Schuler. Snap back to Drew. Drew out here to Stanberry,
Oh,
loose
he's got a
and
great
gone.
block by Glaspie there.
Glaspie just ran out here and picked one out, and there you go. That's teammates right
That's
there,
teammates right there. Glaspie ran out here because the fake pitch to him and got out in front and threw some great blocks.
I'm telling you, he's been coached to do that. He knows how to do it, and he's so athletic, it's scary. It really is.
He can be all over the field in just a second,
And
Katie.
it don't take him but a thought, and he's there. That's right, out of the backfield now, folks. Here he came. Everybody did their jobs up front, and he comes out here, and the young man catches the football, gets upfield with it.
So that is 33-0 before the PAT. And the ball is up, and
it's good.
Good. There we go. So 34-0. The Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats. We'll stay here for just a moment to talk about our JV football team that is absolutely putting on a show.
Wow.
Now they've won some big games, and they just continue to keep domination in the Smoky Mountain Conference and everywhere.
Everywhere. Against Avery yesterday, Avery didn't even play the second half. They just decided at halftime, their coaches and players, that they'd had enough. They wanted to get back on the bus. So you don't see that happen much. And I don't think I had ever seen it happen, but it happened yesterday, and it's because of the thrashing. I mean, it was there, and you can't tell your players to take their foot off the pedal. You
Right.
just can't do it. I mean, that's not what you're out there for. These young men are going to try to do whatever they can to beat you, and that's what went on yesterday. And hats off to Coach Stevenson and his crew for leading those young men and getting to watch them play. And their players now, we got some real hopes coming up. Stevenson's kickoff's down to the 20. Number 10, there you see us gathering ourselves again, just like we're supposed to.
Oh,
don't let him on the edge. Don't let him. We gathered too late right there. We should have started spreading that way early.
And that's hard to do for the backside over there, but just remember, you have a lane and stay in that lane.
And you cannot lose contain out there to that wide side of the field. We're lining up closer to one hash or the other, kicking the ball closer to that hash. And when you're out there to that wide side of the field, that's the one thing you can't have happen is lose that leverage.
So the best field position of the Wildcats all night, and they will take over 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's a great job of them getting that ball out there to that wide side and just continuing on. Wing back now with the split receiver to that outside. Fullback right behind the quarterback, going to run the dive up in there.
We got some new players on the field for the Maroon Devils. One of the linebackers I could see is Christian Cochran. He's number 13. We've got Evan Ball as a free safety, deep, playing back there. We also have number 3, Caden Sawyer. He's in there. Number 9, Christian Jumper out here, and we've still got Stillwell and some others that are still out there, and then our front guys are still out there putting in a lot of work.
Trying to run the option again.
He fumbled the football.
Yeah, fumbled it, and we catch him back there.
Tackled by number 3, Caden Sawyer.
Yep, off the edge out there.
A tremendous loss for the Wildcats, and a fumbled, ran into a little traffic there and fumbled the football, so that'll bring up 3rd and quite a ways.
Yeah. What they're trying to do is overload. They're putting the wing, the wide receiver, and the tight end all to one side, and trying to run an option look over there with the dive, quarterback, and the pitch. And the quarterback tried to pitch it a little too late right there, and it ended up on the ground.
So 3rd and 19.
Now they'll put twins out here to the wide side of the field. 2 backs back there with the quarterback. He's going to run out of the gun this time. 2 backs back. Going to run the counter. Looks like it might be a reverse look. Tackle back there in the backfield.
They'll give him a little bit there on progress.
Christian Jumper coming up there to making that play off the edge. He's playing that safety, that strong safety look, outside linebacker look out here, and coming off the edge.
So the Wildcats will be back to punt again, deep in their own territory. 4th and 28. Probably be setting up for a return again.
Yeah, we got a return team on the field. What I mean by that is they're going to try to set up some kind of, they're man blocking it, and just letting these guys back here make a decision about whether to fair catch it or try to return it or let it go just like that.
So Swain County will take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. It looks, if I can say, a 33-yard line.
7:24 left to play in the first half, 34-0, Maroon Devils.
It's been a dominant showing so far on both sides of the football, but certainly on offense. We've got some new numbers in there. Let's see. Looks like number 39, Noah Simons, sophomore. I think that's who that was. I'm having to try to pick up on the numbers out there, but I think that's who that was. And we've got number 11 running in, Kellen Rutkowski. I hope I said that right, but it's, Rutkowski, sophomore. So we're getting some sophomores in there, which is good. That's what we want to see. We want to get them some snaps on offense.
There's the same play Zeke scored on earlier, and now he bounces it outside this time because it got broke up at the line of scrimmage, and there he is doing his thing again, making that first tackler miss him or getting loose from him and making you gang tackle him. It's hard for a single person to tackle this young man. He uses his lack of height, can I say it?
Yeah.
To his advantage.
Hey, I know all about that.
Yeah, you did.
You hide behind the big guys.
You hide behind them big guys, and when they come, them big ones come to get you, you just make yourself smaller. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to just hit a glancing blow. He doesn't give them anything but hard points to hit.
Right, shoulder pads, helmet, and thighs.
That's right. Now Sawyer back there in the backfield. H-back into the boundary.
Fumbled snap.
Going to follow the back. I think that's supposed to be the lead play to the back. And when he fumbles the snap, it's the first fumble snap we've had this ball game. I was going to make reference to that. I had it in my mind. I'm glad I didn't. You know, that was a snake that kept reaching up and biting us. Was erratic snaps and Drew having a hard time handling some. Sometimes it was hitting him between his knees and his shoulders, but he was not getting them clean in his hands. So they've kind of settled that down some. That's the first one we've seen tonight. There's another good snap.
Pitch outside to Sawyer. He gets upfield.
Great cut. Wait, setting them blocks up. And there we go, into the secondary.
We got a flag down back here. They're going to call blocking the back, so that's going to come back. But that was a great run. That was one of those that it was a little bit of a push in the back, but that was one of those that could have gone either way. But.
Yeah, and Coach Holt's down here discussing it with the official, not raising Cain with him. He just wanted to make sure that's what he saw and he explain it. It's okay. Yeah. You can question an official. What did you see? And so I can coach my player, against this and not to do it again. Tell me what you saw.
What exactly did he do that went across the line? Yeah. That went from a legal block to an illegal block.
Right.
So that you can, pull the player to the side and teach him a little bit and say, okay, next time, here's what you can do that the officials have already said is going to be an okay block.
9 times out of 10, I never even saw when they'd call stuff like that when I was coaching, and I would just ask the official, was he in front of him first? And make him question himself a little bit about what's happening. Back of the end zone. And it's one of those things that you hope officials, if they explain it to you and say, no, he never was in front of you, then I don't question it after that. But if he gives you that far away look, then I get concerned. I'm like, remember now, if he engages him up front and that defender turns his back, that's not a block in the back. All right, H back into the boundary. Drew coming on his own, got the guard pulling, coming around over the top.
Great run, got a lot of the yardage back.
Got it back out near a first down. So no, not hardly.
Well, it's going to be second and about 7 now.
Second and 7, I was looking at the wrong marker.
As a gain of 13, so had a great gain there.
All right, going to put twins out to the wide side of the field. That generally means that we will have the H-back over here into the boundary with the tight end.
Got a new offensive lineman I see out there, number 65, Bruce Robertson. In for the Maroon Devils.
There's the counter play again.
And there's Sawyer.
He's going to get called here for holding, I believe, back here again.
Yeah, poor Sawyer's running all the way down the field.
Nobody knows yet. And then this another block in the back by the
That's kind of hard to, blocking
No, it's
the back.
holding. No,
okay,
it's
I was
holding
about
this
to
time.
say,
I thought he was good.
I did too, the way he put his hands up.
Right.
I said, blocking the back on the line of scrimmage is awful hard to call, but
Yeah.
they're going to call holding again, so it's going to bring up a second down and probably about, let's see if it's going to be a spot foul. Then
Yeah, the officiating crew's been pretty much Johnny on the spot tonight. We've had 2 bad penalties right here in this series, and we've not had any up until now. And right here is as a coach is where I would actually say to my players, especially at halftime, look, if you get lazy feet, don't you reach and grab anybody.
Right.
Don't let your feet get lazy.
well, and especially
And just to remind them, they're looking for this now. So and they're going to try to, we cannot even come close to holding anybody.
right.
Or blocking them in the back.
And let your backs in the backfield be athletes.
Yeah.
And let them,
Yeah,
make the plays.
Don't feel like you have to hold them. All right, Andrews staying with their 4-man front, going back to the passing game.
Got Stillwell
going
out
deep.
here.
Stillwell.
Oh, hit him right in the
In
head.
and out. In and out. And he was running all by himself.
Boy, I can tell you what happens sometimes when you're that wide open.
Yeah.
Because you're running by yourself, and it's just you and the football, and boy, the end zone.
Does it seem like it takes that ball forever to come
Takes
down?
for absolutely ever for that ball to come down, and so you're sitting there running. You're like, come down, come down, come down.
I'm glad we can laugh about it now.
I've been there,
Yeah.
especially looking up at Carter Finley Stadium at all the fans right behind that ball soaring through the air. Felt like for 20 seconds.
It did seem like it hung up there forever. I didn't think it was ever going to come down. I don't think Scotty ever thought it was going to come down either. All right.
Third
Toss
down,
sweep
toss
out here.
sweep. Gets outside,
Sawyer
got
again.
the first down. Oh, let's see if we're going to.
Drug him down. We don't have a horse collar call, but we've got the first down out of it.
And I think the difference, and I may be wrong, this is just my perception. I think the horse collars have grabbed any equipment, but if
Right.
they get the jersey,
Right.
it's not something they'll call. So I think that's the difference. Again,
Yeah.
please feel free to look at that and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's
Yeah.
that's what the official was saying was the difference there, that he saw the jersey rather than the shoulder pads.
Yeah. These Andrews corners are earning their money tonight because they're having to try to make tackle after tackle after tackle. H-back out to the wide side this time. Going to run the counter
there it is.
inside.
Sawyer's got some room.
Sawyer's got room. He's
He
out on
breaks
the
a
edge.
tackle, out on
Now
the
just
edge.
get
Great
off the
block.
What a block.
Well, great block
Stanberry
out there.
out there
Stanberry.
on the edge, just running with him. Didn't grab him.
And if you see, he was blocking him on the 20-yard line.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't understand. That's a 20-yard block. You have continued to block him for 20 yards.
There again, making these corners live a nightmare. And the corners and safeties are having to live a nightmare back there because once our backs are getting out there on the edge, our receivers are doing such a bang-up job of blocking these people. And there again, that's not something that they woke up this morning doing. That's something that they've worked and worked and worked on. Coach Brookshire and Coach Hope, they demand it. Kick is up, no good, a little
just
bit wide right
right.
this time.
But that'll be 40-0. Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in the half. We'll take a quick break and we'll return here just before kickoff. Back, ladies and gentlemen. John Stevenson back to kick. 40-0. Swain County Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in the half. John,
Short pooch kick this time. Under control. Make the tackle.
Make the
there
tackle.
you go. Colton Schuler upended him right there.
Certainly not afraid to hit anybody. Colton's
No, he has no fear from what I can tell. He's a smart young man. He takes coaching real well. That's why he's starting as a sophomore linebacker in there, and he's one of those young men that you're really waiting on him. They're going to sub for him right here, give him a bit of a break but he is he's a player, and it makes the future look real bright here at Swain County.
So subbing in for him, we have Connor Lambert's going to be in the middle there, but we also have number 13, Christian Cochran, senior, and tackled immediately by Trent Long.
Yeah, and that's
Blake
Blake
Jones.
That's Blake Lambert.
Did I say Connor
again? Yeah.
My goodness. I apologize to everybody. I keep saying Connor is his older brother.
Yeah.
And so I know Connor. I've watched him grow up and everything, so I keep referring that. I apologize, Blake, for that. It's probably the same thing. I went through that, you know.
Yeah,
Everybody called me my older brother, so I do apologize. But we do have an injury on the field, and we'll take a break right now as the athletic trainers on the field tend to the injured Andrews Wildcat, and we will return when play returns.
Become a member of MDN Live. For the low price of $5.99 per month, you will have access to all live broadcasts of Maroon Devil athletics. All proceeds from this subscription service will go directly towards Swain athletics to help offset the growing cost of providing multiple sporting opportunities for our student athletes. The monthly subscription is only $5.99 per month, giving members access to all live broadcasts within the month. This membership will have an option for automatic renewal, which can be canceled at any time. Our hope is that patrons will let their monthly subscriptions continue throughout the year, providing Swain High School athletics with a greatly needed source of funding year-round and give you access to all the great sports action throughout the year. So for less than the cost of a kid's meal at your favorite fast food joint, you'll be providing critical support to our student athletes each month while enjoying countless hours of Swain County Athletics Live. It's truly a win-win situation. Become a member today and do your part to help keep Swain County Athletics the best it can be.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 14 for the Andrews Wildcats. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to play. The injured Wildcat, we hope he's okay. It's tough, you know, that's part of the sport. This is a collision sport, and so there's a lot of heavy contact.
Yeah, I used to hear people call it a contact sport. It is not. It's a wreck happening all the time.
He had a man open there.
Had him open down the field. Had his split receiver out there running a post route into the middle of the field.
Had Kelby Waldrop open in the middle of the field and just trying to get the ball out there to him. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 14 for the Andrews Wildcats on the incomplete pass. Clock stop, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll stay here at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special night here for Swain County. This is homecoming, so we'll stay here and see the homecoming court at halftime in just a few minutes.
Running again with 2 backs in the backfield now. Now he's going to move one up to the wing back. 2 split receivers. 1 back in the backfield, out of the gun, sprint pass, out on the edge.
Oh, great job.
Trying to run, tackled out there.
Christian Cochran.
Christian Cochran coming up and tackling him at the line, actually behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was wanting to try to find an open receiver, but ended up running for his life out there. Bring it up 4th down.
Great job by the senior, Christian Cochran. Get out there and making a play.
Putting that return team back in there now. What they'll do is you'll see none of them are down really to rush. These 2 outside guys, they're looking for that fake or looking for that bad snap, and then they'll come off the edge. But what you end up doing is man blocking, and they try to create a seam. You can see right there, we're just padding off of them,
Ball's
running
up.
them down the field.
A little bit of a shank kick and goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So Maroon Devils will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the half. So the Maroon Devils will go back out on offense, and it looks like see if there's any substitutions.
He'll try to work those in here, and it's difficult to do. You want to keep your offensive linemen, your starter, your regular time players out there in this thing as long as you can. Tight ends, wing backs, running backs, receivers. That's where you start doing your first substitutions. And but between the tackles, you try to keep that consistent right now before you start moving a lot of people in and out. Here comes that H-back. This time with Schuler on the edge. He's been doing the blocking now. He's doing the running.
He gets in the open field. Oh, made another one miss.
Hang
on to the football. There you go. Good job. Rumbling all the way down to the the Wildcats 13-yard line.
Yeah. Colton Schuler's been the blocker for that play.
Yep.
With Glaspie back there. Now he's been in the backfield. He's the one toting the mail. And so he knows how that's supposed to look. And that's exactly what he found right there. And upfield he went.
Got a substitution in for quarterback now. Aiden Kirkland, sophomore, in at quarterback for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, I watched Aiden at practice, and he's going to be a good one. And they're trying to bring him on as quickly as they can. And as with Schuler back here, Blake now is at the H-back. Same play to the other side. He cuts it outside, logs it back inside.
Keeps rumbling. Hang on to that football.
Rumbling and stumbling. There you go.
Gets down to the Swain County, the Andrews Wildcats 5-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the carry. It's a great job. He went to step outside and then realized that the fella had stepped outside with him, so he just cut it back inside.
And the whole thing is designed to go back up inside, but if you don't get that kick-out block just right, then he started over the top like he should and then brought it back inside.
Be 2nd down, give it back inside. Oh, that was going to be a touchdown, but it's probably going to be false start. False start on the Maroon Devils. Back them up 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Now, I'm not defending anybody, but when a new quarterback comes in the game, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Because of the change of the voice, the change of the rhythm, those offensive linemen, they go on sound and rhythm. But if it gets – and every quarterback's got their own rhythm. Yep. They get used to Drews out there. You bring in another quarterback. That's going to happen. It happens if the quarterback's up under or whether he's in the pistol or gun set like we are right here. Bad snap this time. Up over his head.
It up, see if he can make something out of it.
Yeah, he's on the edge right here.
He's on the edge right there.
Not back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 3 or 4 on that play.
But that's making something out of nothing.
Yeah,
right there,
he got the ball and got it back upfield. That was the important thing. We didn't have to eat it back here. Not real sure what happened. That zipped through his hands.
Again, that happens.
That happens too. Same with he's got to get in his rhythm now, and they've got to get used to his. So this is a good opportunity.
Here he is talking to his center there, and he's just letting him know. And center asked him, Aiden asked him, where was that ball at? What happened? He said it was a little high. And so now Aiden's going to make the adjustment and say, okay, I got to get the ball down a little bit more.
That's team football. All right, H-back up. That's an H-back trap play again, and there goes Schuler rumbling over the side there.
All the way back down to the 6-yard line.
Yep.
So that'll bring up 4th down, but 4th and 4. Let's see if we try to use our field goal team here or just
you just run the football right here and you continue that clock running then.
Yeah, this is not an attempt for everybody at home. This is not an attempt to run up the score. This is just keeping the clock running.
Yeah.
With 1 minute and 23 seconds left to go in the half.
Twins that now out to the wide side of the field. That generally means that the H-back now will be over here into the boundary with the tight end. Tight end there, Noah Simons. It's going to be the counter play again. This time it's going to be thrown for a loss. Right, 4th down, so that we'll turn the ball over right there to Andrews with 58 seconds left to play in the half.
My granddaughter has lost my keys.
Go right down there and talk.
We apologize. Somebody's
yeah.
asking us about keys.
Yeah.
We're going to send her to the right place. But Andrews takes over on downs, and they'll take over at their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10, with 58 seconds left to play in the first half. And you can see on your screen there, it's 40-0, Maroon Devils.
Got some new players up front there. We got Maddox Long, number 12 in there, nose tackle. I believe that's number 12.
Yep, and we got 59, Henry Arch. I apologize, once I got in the stance, I can't see who they are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up in the alley, 13, there it is. Linebacker play again, there you go.
That was a great job. It was good pressure by Maddox Long there.
Yep.
Senior being able to push up in there and cause a little bit of disruption and make him bounce further than he wanted to.
What I liked is the way that Christian Cochran right there, he saw what was happening. He felt his way up into that alley. Then he continued to play downhill, but under control. And there again, all he did was go get him. He didn't go try to do anything fancy. Just go get him and tackle him.
Looks like we've lost our feed there for just a minute.
Yeah, on our screen here.
We'll talk through it here if we're still on there. Okay, here we are. We're back.
Andrews trying to come over the top.
And
this
that
time,
is Aiden Smiley, looks like.
Yeah, Aiden's still in the ball game. In there, it's inside tackle position. And that'll bring up the half, folks.
And we will take a break here, but stay here for the homecoming court for the Swain County High School homecoming event. But at the half, Swain County 40, Andrews Wildcats nothing.
We'll first present your freshman representatives, Miss Piper Stanberry. Piper is the daughter of Brian and Kelly Stanberry of the Deep Creek community. In her spare time, Piper volunteers at sporting events and is an in-home babysitter. Her school activities include varsity cheerleading and dancing. After high school, Piper wants to attend the University of Charleston and become an ultrasound technician. Piper is escorted by her dad, Brian Stanberry. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Piper Stanberry. Miss Carolyn Freshour. Carolyn is the daughter of Chad and Amber Freshour of the Deep Creek community. She attends First Baptist Church and is involved with the Impact Mission Team. Her school activities include women's varsity soccer, Swain Youth Soccer Association travel women's soccer team, and men's varsity soccer manager. After high school, she wants to attend a 4-year university. Carolyn is escorted by Charlie Gray. Charlie is the son of Jack and Kathy Gray of the Luata community. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Caroline Freshour. And now for our sophomore representatives, Miss Lily Woods. Lily is a sophomore at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Trey and Brittany Woods of the Alarka community. Lily likes to volunteer her time to help the youth in volleyball. She also loves to help with environmental community projects. Her school activities include volleyball, student council, HOSA, and the Student Lighthouse team. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university and major in meteorology and play college volleyball. Lily is escorted by her dad, Trey Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lily Woods. Miss Isla Sansusi. Isla is a sophomore at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Tyler and Lisa Sansusi of Bryson City. Isla attends Whittier Church of God and likes to volunteer her time to help clean up trash around town, as well as make an effort to fundraise and donate to those in need. Her school activities include varsity cheerleading, thespians, and musical theater. She has a certification in Adobe Photoshop. Her future plans are to spend a couple of years traveling and volunteering in different countries, helping with health and education in third world nations. She then would like to come back home to go to art school for photography and art, where she can apply her degree towards travel photography for special events around the world. Isla is escorted by J.T. Schuler. He is the son of Brian and Melissa Schuler of Bryson City. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Isla Sansusi. Now for our junior representatives, Miss Ryan Ellis. Ryan is a junior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Jason and Stephanie Ellis of the Whittier community. Ryan attends Biltmore Church in Franklin, North Carolina. Her school activities include volleyball and indoor and outdoor track. She is a member of the National Honor Society. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university and major in nursing to pursue a career in neonatal nursing. Ryan is escorted by her dad, Jason Ellis. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ryan Ellis. Miss Heidi Amon. Heidi is a junior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Philip and Rebecca Amon of the Toot Hollow community in Bryson City. Heidi volunteers with the youth basketball program and participated in the school mentorship program. She also volunteers in the football concession stand. She is the junior representative on student council and is a member of the National Honor Society. Heidi plays basketball and runs track. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university and then on to medical school to study anesthesiology. Heidi is escorted by Adam Scheid of the Buckner Branch community. He is the son of Mike and Jennifer Scheid. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Heidi Amon. Miss Jolie Stevens. Jolie is a junior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Matthew and Teresa Stevens of the Robinson Gap community. Jolie attends Bryson City Church of God and works at the barbecue wagon. She's a varsity women's soccer player and a varsity cheerleader. Jolie is also a UCA All-American cheerleader and will be performing in the Disney Spirit Spectacular in November. Her future plans are to attend Southwestern Community College and become a dental hygienist. Jolie is escorted by her father, Matthew Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jolie Stevens. And now to recognize our senior homecoming court representatives. Miss Caitlin Kent. Caitlin is a senior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Whitney Kent of Bryson City. She attends Bryson City Church of God, and in her spare time, she works and volunteers. Her school activities include varsity cheerleading, and she is the social media manager of the National Honor Society. Her future plans are to attend a university and major in elementary education. Caitlin is escorted by her brother, Trenton Kent. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Caitlin Kent. Miss Lexi Aldridge. Lexi is a senior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Cale and Katie Aldridge of the Deep Creek community. She attends Deep Creek Baptist Church. Her school activities include dual enrollment with SCC, Bible Club, Project Discovery, and she is a member of the National Honor Society. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university. Lexi is escorted by her brother, Braylon Aldridge. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lexi Aldridge. Miss Carly Tisateski. Carly is a senior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Robbie and Misty of the Deep Creek community. She attends Tekoa Baptist Church. Her school activities include volleyball, basketball, softball, and track. She was all-conference her freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and all-district her freshman and sophomore year. She was also the all-district player of the year her junior year, and all-state her freshman, sophomore, and junior years. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university. Carly is escorted by Coleman Green. Coleman is the son of Mitchell and Sheena Green of the Grassy Branch community. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carly Tisateski. Miss Kennedy Anthony. Kennedy is a senior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Christy Brooks and Dennis Anthony of the Bennett Hill community. She attends Silvermine Missionary Baptist Church and volunteers for Hurricane Helene relief. Her school activities include Project Discovery, Bible Club, volleyball, and softball. She was all-conference in volleyball her sophomore and junior years, and all-state and all-region her junior year. She is the speaking captain of the volleyball team. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university. Kennedy is escorted by her brother, Reese Winchester. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kennedy Anthony. Miss Madison Moon. Madison is a senior at Swain County High School. She is the daughter of Matthew and Melissa Moon of the Franklin Grove community. She volunteered for the Hurricane Helene relief. Her school activities include varsity cheerleading all 4 years. She was a UCA All-American cheerleading her freshman year, and she is a member of Skills USA, where she placed first place at regionals and 4th in the state for customer service. She has been a member of Upward Bound all 4 years of high school. Her future plans are to attend SCC for cosmetology and then transfer to a 4-year university to pursue a degree in education. Madison is escorted by Jones Robinson. He is the son of John and Casey Robinson of the Mineral Springs community. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Madison Moon. Joining us on the field to crown our homecoming queen and our homecoming maid of honor is Alden Thomas, last year's homecoming queen. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Swain County High School homecoming maid of honor is Heidi Amon. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Swain County High School homecoming queen is Lexi Aldridge. Let's have another big hand for our 2025 Swain County High School homecoming court. In about 2 minutes, we're going to announce the winner of our 50-50 drawing. If you bought 50-50 tickets, get those handy. We have your share of the split up in the press box. I'll read that number out when the clock hits 4.5 minutes.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you. everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.
There you go.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we begin our second half of play, Andrews Wildcats will kick off to the Swain County High School Maroon Devils. It is 40-0 Maroon Devils. And this is the first time Andrews has kicked off to us, so we'll see. It's a little pooch kick. He's going to call a fair catch.
Smart move.
Smart
That's exactly
move,
what you want to do right there in that situation. Just catch the ball right there, control it, contain it, and
we take over to 37-yard line.
Take over there on close to midfield, and that's what you're looking for. Great decision made there by Ryan Leatherwood, just to fair catch that ball and pull it in. Now we'll see how this stuff goes here in the second. It looks like we're going to end up with pretty much the same offensive grouping on the field as we had at the end of the first half, with a few younger players. We've got our sophomore running back there with Schuler in the backfield.
Sophomore quarterback, Aiden Kirkland.
Kirkland pitching it out to him out here. Great block out here on the edge, 15. Now he's going to call him for a holding. Fine. I don't know. I don't think he had him held. I'm going to have to disagree with him. I think it's just because he maintained it so long.
Yeah.
But he was up into his chest. It's a legal block to have your hand up in the middle and pressed on him, and you can grab a jersey. And I think the official just said he was there too long or something. I don't know what it was, but he had him blocked. That's the first one I'm going to disagree with him on. It was he had him blocked for about 15 yards, folks. So.
And that was Blake Lambert that had him blocked there. It was a great block.
He was up in that pad just like he was supposed to be, and there's no part of that in my philosophy or in my judgment that's a hold. I'm sorry. I'll just have to defend him with that.
So it'll be 1st and 13, 1st and 12. Maroon Devils on their 25 or 35-yard line. Hand off to Schuler up the middle.
There it is with that counter play.
Got up in there and got a lot of yardage back.
Like I say, he knows how that's supposed to go up in there because generally if he's in there at that H-back, he's doing the blocking. And so there out of the backfield, he knows what that's supposed to look like in front of.
And that's a benefit for a running back is to know the different positions and know what's happening in front of you.
That's right.
That is invaluable as a running back to know who's blocking who when the ball's snapped, how to make adjustments on the run. And
there's probably no doubt right now in the coming ball games, pretty much the same type of counter play, trap outside.
Got a first down.
First down because the trap blocker was being blocked, and as he started to fight the block, he just got on the edge and took off with it. And Colt, that's the future back there. That's what you're looking at between the quarterback and running back. All right, going to give.
Got a few substitutions coming in. We got Christian Cochran coming in. Looks like he's going to be in the backfield.
Yeah.
And just for notification for everybody at home, we've got a running clock here in the second half. That means the clock will continue to run. Will not stop for out of bounds or incomplete passes or anything like that. So if I say fast, that's the reason. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Got a few substitutions on the line of scrimmage. Guard and tackle over here.
Cochran gets a ball, gets back up field.
Got to get
making some moves. All the way back across the other side of the field, back up in, and he's got some room.
Still out there, running down inside the 10-yard line, driven out of bounds there. But it was designed to come off over here, as you saw, and he couldn't find a seam to get into, so he just picked his way back across through there.
And that's hard. You got to be careful about it. That is a dangerous move.
It's very dangerous because you got people coming down at you.
Big ones.
And that's the big ones, and that's where the ball gets knocked loose, and you get clocked doing that. But he was able to scrape it off there and get positive yardage out of it. First and goal on the 9.
On the 9-yard line for the Maroon Devils.
So 8:30 left to play in the third quarter. As Cody mentioned, the clock continued to run. H-back into the boundary. That'll be Blake. He's kicking out over a little toss there.
And up in. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown number 13, Christian Cochran. So So touchdown Maroon Devils, 46-0 over the Andrews Wildcats as we begin to attempt the PAT. We've got.
Yeah, and most of the time you stick with your regular personnel on this. You may sub a wing, but you try to keep your interior intact because they do this at practice 2 or 3 times a week, and you got to keep them in rhythm of this kicking game. And it's up
good.
and through. John Stevenson puts it through for us.
47-0.
47-0 with 7. The clock continues to run. 7:30 left to play in the third quarter.
Again, if you're just joining us, for our banner sponsors to be recognized for the 2025-2026 seasons, we have our field and floor sponsors. That's Farm Bureau Insurance, Great Smoky Mountain Railroad, High Creek Earthworks, and K&B Lawn Care. Again, that's our field and floor sponsors. And the maroon level sponsors are Big Cove Grocery, Bojangles, Carolina Outfitters, Great Smoky Mountain Bait and Tackle, Kirkland Construction, Mark's Garage, Park City, Samuel Everhart Realty, Smith Accounting, Wise Guys Grill, and Ward Plumbing. And we want to give a special thanks to all those folks that continue to donate because they are very important to this program. We are a rural, low-income county. We don't have a big tax base. We don't have a lot of money coming in. These folks take hard-earned money and donate it back to the school system, and we want to thank those folks that do that for us. So we've got John Stevenson back to kick for the Maroon Devils.
The last time now, Andrews took this thing to the wide side of the field. John's kicking it deep again, down to about the 15. Now they're going to try it out to the wide side, bringing it back to short side, get under control. Don't let him out. There we go. Great job out here on the edge. Ryan Leatherwood. Yeah, he plays in the secondary and has to do that same thing. Keep that containment and keep that angle, and don't let him outside of you.
Great job.
We'll see some new faces on the field now. We're going to stay with a few of the defensive interior linemen. They're actually the hardest to substitute for. It's simple. You got to. I always like doing that after the first play.
Yeah.
And then run them on the field because trying to getting that interior lined up. They've been working on the sidelines, keeping Skaggs and.
We do have a new defensive tackle, 79, Keegan Arkansas.
Yeah, and
sophomore.
Keeping
fight outside. Great job, Cochran.
Cochran out there on the outside edge doing what he's supposed to do. Got to pop up from there and get back. You got that hurts sometimes when you have to come up there and take on a running back out there one-on-one.
Especially in the legs. You hit them thighs, man. A thigh will turn your lights out.
They'll knock you out colder than a wedge.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, right up under the chin or into the head face mask. And, boy, those thigh pads, those thighs are protected, but your chin is not. That hurts.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
All right,
looking to pass. Looking
deep.
back, going deep. Got a man open.
Oh, it bounced through.
Bounced through right there. I couldn't see where the ball went.
I
but
couldn't either for a second. It bounced right, and he trying to come back to it. It was underthrown a little bit. The corner had him covered out there and wanted to turn and look for the ball, but he had man coverage, so he ran with him.
That's 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
There's Aiden Kirkland over there defending at that corner. Over here at this corner, we got Kellen Rakowski. Back here at free safety now, just like we did in the
Kobe
Mashburn back here at free safety now, playing 3 deep, playing that a 4-4 look up front, basically. Inside backers, it must be a false start on them.
I think it was.
Bad snap, it ended up on the ground.
False start on the Wildcats. That'll back them up and bring up 3rd and 15 for Andrews. In the middle of the defensive line there, we have number 12, Maddox Long.
Yeah. He's inside there. Christian Jumper out here still at the linebacker position. He's widening as like a strong safety. Same on the other side.
Skaggs pursuing there, gets back inside.
Oh, good
run. Gets some yardage back.
Yeah, got good run by the back there for Andrews.
That is number 4, Salinas for the Wildcats. Probably their best run tonight.
Yep. most positive yards they've had tonight.
Brings up 4th down.
Punt team coming on, I believe, right here to try to get this thing punted away.
I'll try to do some substitutions out there for the Maroon Devils.
Right, and
bring a return team back in.
Have Gillespie back here.
Stillwell.
Along with Stillwell. Now, they've been told, unless it's kicked directly to them, I'm sure that's what Coach Holtz told them, don't try to return it. And if it's a low line drive, and then just let it go. Just let that thing go right there, and we'll play with our offense right here. Not try to do anything dramatic, because as you know, in a close football game, 9 times out of 10, you would have seen Zeke pick that ball up right there on that hop, and try to make that first man miss like he always does, and turn it into positive yardage. But right now, that's not the goal that we're after right here. We're working on our offense, working on some different players.
We got 31, Abram Cochran.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Got Keegan, Arkansas up there as an offensive lineman. We got 59, Henry Arch.
Got a timeout here by the Maroon Devils, and what that is, just trying to get personnel.
Let's get the personnel
organized
on the field. Yes, sir.
We'll take a break, and we'll return here. There was 2:01 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1:54 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Snap.
Direct snap back
direct
to the quarterback.
Snap,
It was supposed to be like an isolation to the quarterback. We didn't get them blocked up front up there. We got some U linemen up there. They got to work too. We've got to get everything running. We're staying with our center though. That's one thing that you got to be careful about changing out too early or too often is getting that center snap is so important.
And it looks like I see 68 Hunter Williamson. We've got 79 Keegan Arkansas. I'm trying to see all the numbers out there, and I apologize if I miss anybody. 59 Henry Arch.
Trying to run a sweep. Now he's coming back this way. Quarterback's out here trying to block.
Cochran's trying to get upfield and get some yardage back, and he does.
That was that sweep look again over to the left side, and it wasn't anything there, and he just decided to run it back. And what'll happen is Coach Brookshire and Coach Holt, they'll talk to him about that. There's a time where you got to just take what you can get over there. Come back across there, you got a little dinged up, like you were talking about earlier. When you're cutting back against the grain like that, you got people coming at different angles. And,
that you're not expecting.
You're not expecting that angle they're coming at, and when you get hit, a lot of times you get rolled up on in that situation.
This is likely going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Swain County 3rd and about 6.
Abram Cochran in there at tight end, number 31 for the Devils.
A delay of game, it looks like, yeah.
And that wasn't on purpose. I guarantee you that. Not to burn any more time off the clock. But that's going to end the 3rd quarter, ladies and gentlemen, for us with the score 47-0. And
Swain County 47, Andrews nothing. We'll take a quick break and return at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the fourth quarter. Swain County 3rd and 11. Snap back, little pitch to, ooh, he's wide open out there. He's got some room, Schuler does, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, that was the quick pitch out there.
It
real
was.
Quick with that lead blocker in front of him, Blake Lambert. And Lambert doing a heck of a job at that H-back, sealing up that edge, giving him some room to run out there. And that's just Coach Brookser and Coach Holt saying, let's get some positive yards right here, and then we're going to work with our offense with these younger players, these offensive linemen and running backs and receivers in the ball game. Got Christian Jumper split to one side over here to the wide side of the field.
Got Caden Sawyer in the backfield now, giving Schuler a little bit of a break. Snaps up. We're going to give it to Caden up the middle. Jump outside.
He's too quick for that. Boy, I'm telling you what.
And he's a big body to take down, boy.
I'm telling you, he's a tough runner. You don't miss a beat with him back there. That ball was designed to actually go inside that end, and when he saw that end trying to close as hard as he was, he just stuck his foot in the ground, jumped around him, and was on the edge before you could say scat.
And it's nothing taken away from Glaspie or anything else. It is good to have somebody that can do the exact same thing, and you don't miss a beat, just like you said. I mean, you can throw him in there, and he can do the same thing.
Yeah, just get that first down, and that's all they put him in there for, is to get that first down, keep the ball in our hands. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
In the backfield now, we have number 13, Christian Cochran again. Got dinged up the last time he carried the football, so.
Oh, going to pull it this time. Go around over the top.
Let's see who's in at quarterback there. It looks like Drew Cody came back in.
Yeah, Drew come back in, and I believe.
Oh, is it? I can't.
It is.
15
I'm pretty
or
sure.
16. I can't see.
I can't either.
No, it is Blake. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Drew Cody back in there. There's Blake Lambert, and he's no stranger to this. Blake played quarterback in JV, so this is he knows how to run the football.
Yeah, he's a sophomore also, and he's giving all quarterbacks work tonight. And meanwhile, Aiden Kirkland goes to the H-back, gives the ball this time.
Cochran.
To Cochran.
Cuts it back across the field again.
He wasn't
He's getting yardage with it.
Fighting bodies out there. He was fighting them off. He picked up some positive yardage, making it 3rd and about 3, maybe a long 2. 9:19 left to play in the fourth quarter, as we have a continuous running clock except for timeouts and exchange of possession.
So 3rd and 2 for the Maroon Devils. Snaps a little high, gets it down.
Pulls it.
Blake time. Keeps it, gets a first down. That's Blake Lambert, and at quarterback, and he's really reading that thing. If you see while they're hanging on, it looks like a mesh. That's what he's doing. He's riding that ball. What's what we call riding the veer.
Yeah, they're running the option now, folks, and the trap option out of the gun set, and that's what he likes to do that, and they're giving him an opportunity to do that right there. And it's like Cody said, what you're seeing him do is he's putting that ball in that back's belly, and then he's running right along beside him, holding on that football, and at some point he either gives it to him and he takes on with it, or he keeps it. Now, back in number 4, going to give it this time. The
Cochran
13,
gets
Cochran out here to the edge.
Oh, takes a big hit.
Takes a hit and keeps on running.
Keeps on running.
Yeah. Trucked over an Andrews defender out here.
It's good physical football by both teams right there.
It is. It's just, it's not a contact sport.
That's going to be 1st and goal for the Maroon Devils at the 7-yard line. I can try to see exactly where it's at. Yeah, ball on the 7. So 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
7:45 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Maroon Devils taking their time, getting the call in. They got 10 seconds though, so they're going to have to.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get a penalty, but they're going to have to hustle it up. I don't know if they're going to get it in or not. Looks like it's going to be called for delay of game. Yeah.
Coach had to call a timeout right there to keep from getting a delay of game.
Yeah, and he's upset with them. He wants them to hustle up there. They got to get in there. Here comes Coach Brookser, and he's going to drill them on a little bit. They didn't want to have to call that timeout. They didn't want to have to stop that clock at 7:30. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. They wanted to get that play up there and get it run, not to run up the score like Cody was saying earlier. It's just to execute your offense, and to do that, you got to get people up to the line of scrimmage and keep running.
Well, and you've got a new offense in. You want to keep the same tempo. You want them to keep running the same tempo as
right.
your regular offense. And you want the younger guys and some of these guys to learn about it.
And you don't want them walking. And it upsets coaches to see you walking to the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what Coach Holt and Coach Brookshire just drilled them on right there, was get your rear ends to the foot, up on that football out of the huddle. No walking around.
So we've got Blake Lambert in as quarterback. We're going to run a quarterback sweep out to the side. He's physical enough to get in the end zone, and he does right there. Let's see if he –
going to mark him out on the 6-inch line. This is another thing that perturbs me. That official was nowhere close enough to make that call, but he going to spot him on the 6-inch line. And he clearly had broke the plane with the ball inbounds.
So. But there's not
enough officials out there to make that call. And, when you get in the playoffs, they got the 7-man crews rather than the 4- and 5-man crews that we end up with here. And it's that's just the way it is. You can see now we're coming out of that huddle and getting to the football, and that's the way it's supposed to happen.
So around the football, going to do a quarterback sneak, and it'll be a touchdown.
Yeah, this time.
Yep, that's going to be number 4, Aiden Kirkland.
Aiden Kirkland this time. They just switching positions back there, taking turns playing quarterback and playing H-back and doing just running this offense, learning the offense by playing different positions.
And that's something unique that we're able to do. We're able to take an H-back and make him a quarterback and then put him back at H-back and keep switching.
That's
and
right.
That's good because you're –
Well, that's a sign of the things to come here in this program, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for multiple players that can do different things. Oh, bad snap up high over Stillwell's head. John's
look to throw it to somebody, and he does.
Hot, throws it out here.
Hey, that's making something happen.
Making something happen. He throws that ball out there to Caden Sawyer, and that's a fire call. When that ball snapped bad like that, and that's
fire.
Fire. And what you tell is your eligible people then break the zones, areas into the end zone, so that right there happens.
And John course, can throw the football too.
Well, he's a former quarterback, and and so all he did was do what he was coached to do: is pull it down and throw it in the end zone.
So good job by the Maroon Devils. We'll stay here with 5 minutes and 29 seconds left to play. 55-0 Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats, and we've seen a lot of good things, and a lot. You can say that games like this are boring or anything to watch, but what is exciting about them is being able to see all of the different variations of players that you're able to use in different parts of the offense, and even busted plays like that. Now they know we can do this. So if it's busted again, we know what to do next time.
That fire call, and people say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, you got to remember those guys up front, they got their back turned to this. They don't know it's a bad snap. So you start screaming, the holder and the kicker start screaming. They're the only two that know. Start screaming fire, fire, fire as loud as they can. And that tells those kids to release now and get downfield, and let's try to make something positive out of it. And that's exactly what happened right there.
4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. John Stevenson back to kick. Good kick out to about the 20-yard line. Going to be taken.
Under control. Don't let him on that edge. We're letting him to the edge way too easy right there. We've got to make that tackle. We've got to make that play out here on the edge, man. It's just it's too simple.
You just got to close down, pad of your feet.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to win the battle. You ain't got to hit him and knock him backwards.
That's
just
exactly
catch him,
right.
Take him to the ground.
And they're being coached on that down there right now. You got to, when good football teams take advantage of that, and you've got to continue to work on it. And because we're not there, we're not out of the woods yet with it.
Andrews will take over, 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play.
Different moving players around up front right there, running a linebacker on the field here at the last second. We were one short. It's difficult to do with this kind of lead. Down the line of scrimmage, we got to play. Down the line of scrimmage. Nope, we lost contain again out there on the edge. Andrews runner is out down to our 45-yard line.
The best run he's had.
Yeah.
Looks like he might have got banged up on that play.
Yeah, either that or he got a cramp, but he got clipped right in the legs there at the very end.
So 1st and 10 for the Andrews Wildcats.
With the injured player on the field, we'll just stay on with you right here
until we see
what's going on. And meanwhile, the clock will stop. with 3:09 left to go in the game. Score 55-0, Swain County Maroon Devils over the Andrews Wildcats.
Looks like it may take a little longer than what we thought. We'll go ahead and let's see. No, wait, let's see. It's a cramp. That's what it is. So they're going to have to stretch him out there real quick before they decide to get him up off the field. It's a good thing to see when it's a cramp, when they're not working on knees or ankles or any joint stuff, and say, okay, well, this is, don't want to say it's just a cramp. They're painful, but it's nothing that's going to ruin that young man's career or the night. So we like to.
Yeah, you're hoping mostly for to see that rather than an injury. An injury means you're done. To get hurt or get a cramp, hurt is one thing. You can play with a hurt, but you can't play with an injury.
Well, it's good to see him get up and walk off the field on his own power there. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Andrews Wildcats. They're going to go ahead and start the clock as Andrews comes out.
Going with a 4-man front now. It's like we did on the last series. It's easier to substitute with and understanding what we're doing there inside. We're staying basic and fundamental with those down linemen right now.
Man outside, number 15, catches the ball.
Oh, he breaks loose.
There's a lot of helmets around. I was about to say, a lot of maroon out there with him. You better be careful with that. But
now we got a flag way late behind the play right here. Don't know exactly what happened unless it was a block in the back or there's 2 flags down. Somebody did something.
I don't know if it's the same flag for the same penalty or 2 different here. Let's see what the head man has to say.
It looks like they're walking it back, so it's a block in the back or something of that nature. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Against Andrews, it was after the catch, and so it'll bring up should have a 1st down out of it anyway. Yeah, and so it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
At the 33.
33-yard line.
1:57 left to play. So we've got
staying fundamental up front here with the 4 down linemen.
That's now he's just going to hang it up to the end zone. See if they can make something out of it.
Oh,
yeah, they're going. He had his back turned. So
no, he had his back turned and never turned to find the ball and ended up colliding with the receiver, and that is pass interference.
The best thing to do is just turn your head, and they'll kind of let that go if you'll turn your head back towards the football.
And he'll learn from that. That's Kellen Rutkowski. He'll learn from that right there.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. He'll learn about that. Just get that.
Show it to him on film. You got to get that head snapped around at the last second there, and that means you're trying to make a play for the ball. And they'll allow you to be body on body then. But if you don't turn your head back around, that's pass interference.
So that will bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, their best field position of the night, at the Swain County 18-yard line as the clock ticks under a minute left to go in this ball game. I imagine they're just going to try to heave one to the end zone here and
try to get on the board.
That's going to be holding.
Quarterback's going to pull it down. Yeah, it's going to bring it back for holding. He throws it out there for a complete pass, but from the area the flag was thrown in, that looks like it's going to be brought back. Going to be holding against Andrews.
And they're going to
clock continues to run under 30 seconds now.
That will probably be the final play if they can get one off in the next, because I don't think they can mark the penalty off in 20 seconds.
They're going to try. We'll see right here what happens. Going to bring it back here. Only 10 seconds left to go in the game, folks. Remember, this is a continuous run clock right now. So
they're going to try to get one more play off here with 2 seconds left to go in the ball game, and they were able to get it off.
He's out on the edge running, throws it deep, and he's going to be tackled on the 10-yard line. That's the game, folks.
Swain County 55, Andrew Wildcats nothing. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Maroon Devils have an open week next week, so we will not have a game next Friday, but the following week we will be at Robbinsville. I'm not real sure about the
broadcast over there.
On that. We'll have to talk to Robbinsville and their athletic department to see whether or not they'll allow us to broadcast, stream, or do radio broadcast, but I'm sure that Joe will update the Maroon Devil Network, and we'll have something out there to be able to let the fans know whether or not we're going to be able to broadcast online. But thank you for joining us. We apologize again for the weather delay and getting started a little bit late tonight, but good job by the Maroon Devils staying on top, keeping their momentum going from last week. Hopefully they'll have a week this week where they can rest, get their stuff together, and prepare for
what's down the road.
What's down the road, Big Smoky Mountain Conference games. We've got Robbinsville, we've got Hayesville, we've got Murphy, we've got all kinds of.
Yeah, we got all this stuff coming up, and what I like, Cody, about the whole show tonight is there again, we didn't take our foot off that pedal. Our players came out with that momentum that they ended last week with. We're not perfect yet, no, by no means, and Coach Holt's got that to work with. This week, they're going to do more coaching about the things that went wrong than they are about the things that went right.
So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and until next time, we'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Right now we're only about 1,000 away, and we want to reach this goal by the end of football season. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like and share all of our videos. Thank you.